How did Love Fest get started?
Well, there's two ways. Love Fest started out in California, and then Love Fest Hawaii. Reza started the Love Fest in California, and then we became friends on the DJ circuit last Millennium, playing gigs with each other, different cities, and I played for him out in Cali, played out here, and eventually we decided we would do one out here. So this is the 14th year coming, 2012, but it's been around 20 years in California.
Wow. So, actually, a lot of people don't know, but in 2000, you threw a party here.
Yes.
And can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, that was the Millennium. It was called Future 2000 with the PH, Future 2000, and started planning in 1998. And Eddie Gordon, who was one of the most powerful guys in the music industry back then, still very influential today, but he called me up out of the blue saying he wanted to do a New Year's Eve party with the world's top DJs. And to be honest with you, I didn't recognize the name, but and I hear a lot of different things in the industry, a lot of BS, if you will, so I didn't necessarily believe it. But anyways, so the theory was that the BBC has this huge dance music mix show, Essential Mix, and the plan was they wanted to broadcast New Year's Eve parties around the globe. So they would start they would do a party in Bondi Beach, which is the first first international major city to have a New Year's Eve, and then the #1 DJ in the world would fly backwards to play Honolulu, and along the globe, Carl Cox, Sydney, then Tokyo, Beijing, Bangkok, etc., England, New York, LA, and then Honolulu. So they broadcast it 24 hours, and in the meantime, Carl played Bondi Beach, flew backwards, and then played Kaka'ako, waterfront park. So it was a
huge party.
It was a huge party. It put Hawaii's dance music on the map, as well as myself as an international DJ. And
Nice.
but it was an amazing experience for me. But it was free. The event was free, and it became Hawaii's official Millennium Party. And I get you newspaper clippings because most people won't believe it, but there was over 20,000 people here.
20,000?
Yeah,
Wow.
over 20,000. Because it started not all at one time, but it started at 6 p.m. and went till 6 a.m.
Wow.
And so that way we could broadcast to tea time
Right.
in England. But it was a huge party.
Well, so because that party was such a success, how does it feel to be back here, being throw another one again?
To be honest with you, I always wanted to come back, and a lot of people have asked myself and the teammates and Reza and Rick Rock and myself, why do we do it? Why are we doing it at Kaka'ako? And I set a goal for myself a long time ago that I wanted to do a big event at Kaka'ako again, and I set a time limit for myself. So it was either 2010 or 2012. 10 being the 10-year anniversary, 2012 being the Aztec calendar, if you will. Yeah. So that was I communicated that to my partners, and it felt right, the growth of the event.
Right.
And I think it's going to be an amazing event. It'll be it's been a world-class event, but this will help put it on a bigger, grandiose scale, and I think we're happy with it. It's going to be amazing what we do here.
Do you think Love Fest will be bigger than the Future 2000 party?
One day, yes.
You'll get there.
One day, but it's hard to. I don't gander that we will do 20,000 people, but my partner probably will bet me against Rick Rock likes to bet, so he might bet against it, but it will be a great show.
Definitely.
It'll be an amazing show, and it'll definitely we'll definitely get it there. Maybe not this year, but we'll get it there.
Okay, so back in 2000, you once said you wanted to make Hawaii the next Ibiza.
Yes.
Is that something you're still trying to achieve?
You know, well, it's still possible. Yeah, there was a magazine, a national music magazine, wrote an article about myself and the company, Hawaii's music scene, last, probably 10 years ago, and it was entitled America's Ibiza, and we were talking about that and so forth, and with the advent of the advancements in Miami's music scene, in Las Vegas's, if you look at it in a time frame, Ibiza's a season, if you will,
right,
a couple of months. So I don't aspire to try to have Hawaii be popping off 3 months in a row every damn night, and have 20 mega clubs packed to the gills every night. What I think would be great for Hawaii is lock down a weekend in the colder seasons after Ibiza's season closes, once it starts getting colder elsewhere in the world, and that can happen. It's just a matter of Love Fest popping off and putting it back on the map, and then the world generals of the dance music community coming together, and it's teamwork. It's got to be teamwork. That's the only way it could work. Teamwork with the promoters, the authorities in Hawaii, and promoters elsewhere around the world. But I think to make it Hawaii, the America's Ibiza, I would maybe more say have it pop off for one glorious weekend or 4-day weekend or a week is more realistic than a 3-month.
A different type of Ibiza.
Yeah, and there's still talk about it. I still talk to my partners from the Millennium, the guys from the BBC Radio 1, Eddie Gordon, who I mentioned earlier, and it's still doable. A lot of us have colleagues and friends in the industry in major cities that were all influential and players, if you will, in different cities, and it can be done. Will it get done? Yeah, before I die.
But it'll get there.
It'll get there. Maybe, who knows? Maybe it will go against the grain of the season, and maybe it will be Love Fest happens in the summer always. A few years ago, we were talking about moving Love Fest to the fall or winter, so that way we don't have to compete with the world market, so we can get the DJs and so forth. So I don't have to compete with paying pounds or euros bidding against DJs. So if we moved Love Fest to a different time of the year, Love Fest could become that. But I think it's good where it is. The partners and I, Reza and I, and other generals on the team, if it's not broke, don't fix it. People in Hawaii love it. They look forward to it, and that's sort of the bottom line. So developing another event with international and partners on the mainland could work. The one thing was the Ibiza. The one reason why that came about was because what was essential, ironic the pun, essential mix, was what created Ibiza. What was one of the main factors was they had a party scene, and they broadcast the parties from Ibiza via Radio 1, and the BBC is the biggest station in the world. So they broadcast these parties from Ibiza, and the parties would be broadcast all over the damn world. And so that was the catalyst to get people to go to Ibiza. Now, when I did the Millennium and we broadcast it here, the technology wasn't there. I remember that we had to get hard wires and we had to get ISDN lines in the state park, and the telecommunications company wasn't really wanting to do that. This is in 98, 99, and obviously Hawaii powers that be needed and wanted the party to be broadcast to the world. So it's not like I knocked on the governor's office, but I communicated best I could to their office, and then they made the telephone company put in 4 ISDN lines into this park. The technology has changed now. That was my point there was that was a huge problem in getting technology done to do what we wanted to do. Now the technology is there. We could broadcast, which we are. We're going to be broadcasting the party live via radio, live via the web, and in multiple areas and multiple mediums. So the technology is there now where we could take this party that we're all doing, we're all part of, we're all proud of, and show this beautiful park, show beautiful Hawaii. Lord, the ocean's right here. It's a beautiful place. So we can broadcast that with better technology and more accessible from a laptop. So that catalyst that created Ibiza, the broadcast of the radio parties from Ibiza, is at our disposal now, so we can do it.
Well, will Love Fest be bigger than last year?
Yes. Should I expand?
Yeah.
It's gotten bigger every year. It's been a nice musical crescendo every year. Every year more and more people get involved. Every year more and more people that have roles have taken on bigger roles. We have a bigger park. It's in town, so that by nature would dictate that it's more friendlier for people to come to. They can walk here, bike here, and people from out of town are used to coming to town. So I think once once we release the map and we let people know what we're doing, they'll see the grandiose scale of it. I think a misperception right now is that we're just doing the amphitheater part where they do the concerts. So once we get past that misperception, we're doing the whole damn park.
That's massive.
So we're doing the whole damn park, and I think again it will hold to the tradition of being an event Hawaii can be proud of, irregardless of numbers. I don't necessarily numbers don't necessarily dictate victory. If it's just a matter of quality as well. I'd rather have quality than more numbers. Quality event.
So since Love Fest has been growing, how many different venues has it been in Hawaii?
Let's see. Started at a warehouse on Sand Island. That's one. We did it downtown at a whole building one time. It didn't really have a name. We did it other warehouse. Those were just busting the theme. Hawaii Water Park, now Wet and Wild, and Kakaako. That's 5. Did I count right? About 5, yeah. Yep. We did it once in Maui too.
Nice. We
did it once in Maui, and there's always been talk among the generals involved. Do it outer island, and we kind of just relegated to just doing it one big party. And what's nice is a lot of the outer island people now make the pilgrimage and so forth from all the islands actually. So we're trying to figure out some way we can kind of acknowledge them or give them a little like Kauai love zone where they can take a picture in front of their island or something. I don't know. We're working on just so many stuffs to do.
So how else has Love Fest been growing since it started?
In a lot of ways. One is a lot of the outer island people are coming, like I just mentioned. Two, it's become a destination event. I'm not sure what year that became the case, but people do fly here for it from out of town. People from Canada, the mainland United States. It does bring international money to Hawaii. It brings euros, it brings pounds, yen, etc. There is an international. It's a destination event. It's good for Hawaii's economy, so it's grown in that realm. That it's being an event, but now it's an event that Hawaii can be proud of and actually helps the economy. So that's one thing that we're all really proud of. Two, musically, it's become a very significant event in Hawaii musically and so forth. So it's sort of a lot of DJs aspire, if you will, to DJ at it. We've grown in scale. You know, we started at a warehouse. I think we maybe had 2 areas of music. Now we got 5, 6. We're gonna probably do 6, at least here 6. So it's grown in that realm. It's grown and it has different facets of music as well. In the area we're sitting here, this is the tribal Hawaii area. It's gonna be fire dancers, and so there'll be more the organic side of the music. Down there's Rick Rock's I Love Hip Hop side. The hip hop has grown dramatically. We've always had, since we moved out of the warehouses into the water park or Wet and Wild, we've always had a hip hop element. We started to communicate that and project that out to the community, so they know that it's always been there.
Right.
And last year it just popped off, the hip hop side. So it's grown in a lot of different facets. Production, geez, the lighting, the sound have all gotten bigger, better, stronger. It's grown in a lot of different ways. I've grown too. So I mean, basically you got to learn as you go and make it better as you go, and that's one thing we've tried to do.
So our last question is just, what can we expect from Love Fest this year?
Like we always say, bigger, better, stronger, better lighting, better sounds, better everything. It's going to be an amazing show. This park's amazing. It's one thing, to be honest with you, is the quality of service that we're going to be able to deliver, that we've been striving to and wanting to deliver. We're going to be able to deliver here at Kakaako on a lot of facets. Entry, Lord, food and beverage is gonna go dramatically, improve dramatically. The VIP experience and quality of service of beverages, and we're allowed to do different things here. So the ballers can actually do bottle service. The VIPs will get the VIP experience that they're used to getting or paying to get. So that's going to be dramatically better on that side. We can do that here. But what was the question again?
What were you expecting from Love Fest this year?
I'm expecting a great show. I'm expecting. I know a lot of people are excited about it. This park's going to be amazing. I know. You know, every time I do a walkthrough with different sound guys, lighting people, and so forth, it's the way we've crafted the event is. Let's just get this straight right now. It's a team effort. It's not just Reza and I, or Reza, Rick Rock, a radio station, and myself and other DJs, and it's not just OOspot. It's a multitude of people who are on this team, who are on this love boat, if you will. It's a team effort, and so what are we expecting? We're expecting to all do what we normally do, a better, bigger, stronger job than normal. What am I expecting personally? I'm looking forward to it, and when I did the Millennium party here, it was one of the most memorable and important experiences in my life as a DJ and a promoter. That was the biggest stage I ever played on, be it that my set I opened up for Carl Cox, and it was broadcast around the world. The BBC did a documentary on me, as well as with the party. But so that was an amazing experience. What I expect to get out of this year, some good laughs from my partners, and some good experiences. I think I always use sports analogies. We're all on one baseball team, and I expect everyone to get on base and score and do well. I expect to be exhausted afterwards, give it my all, and we're gonna all win as a team. It's gonna be an amazing event. I think it will continue the legacy it has of being an event that's Hawaii can be proud of.